It's Friday, April the 16th, and I've just left Svelingrad. I'm on my way to the Turkish border. Now you may be thinking, he's cycling on the wrong side of the road, and indeed I am. I'm actually cycling on the hard shoulder of the oncoming traffic, because, in my opinion, it is probably safer than being on the other side of the road where there is no hard shoulder. Now I've just moved onto this lovely cycle pathway that the Bulgarians have built right next to the other road. It's quite a bit wider than normal cycle tracks, but very nice surface, and they've done a really good job. They've yet to paint the little cycle signs on the surface, but I'm sure they'll do that fairly shortly. So yes, very good. Just outside Svelingrad, I've just stopped at this little parade of shops for a coffee. And there you can see a hardware store, there's a change machine, there's a little restaurant, which is where I'm having my coffee. Then there's a butcher's. And then you have which you get in all parade of shops, and a little mini market over there. Also in this parade of shops are swallows or swifts. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me which they are, swallows or swifts. This is the little butcher's in this parade of shops, and surprisingly it's 24 hours non-stop. Why do I always get very nervous when I approach a border? After all, I have a British passport and I am British, old boy. Still, I'm still nervous. Now this is quite a big border crossing for the lorries. There must be probably 100 or so lorries waiting to cross here. And there's no clear sign where cars and cyclists go. But I'll go through this little gap. Oh, I'll follow this blue car, in fact. Right, well here we go. Well, seems fairly straightforward. No one's checking anything here. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Or perhaps this is the Turkish border. There doesn't seem to be any signs as to whether this is the Bulgarian exit border or the Turkish entry border. Well, that was the Bulgarian checkpoint, so now I'm in no man's land, so I've decided to change my flag to the Turkish flag. And here we go to the Turkish border. Well, I was waved through that bit, which I'm assuming is customs. This is an amazing checkpoint. Border crossing, huge. Ah, here we come to the Turkish checkpoint. Well, that's Dosvidenia, Bulgaria, Merhab, Turkey. Obviously, equally frustrating for the lorry drivers on this side of the border, because they too have to queue up. As far as the eye can see, trucks queuing. Well, there's the border back there, and this line of lorries continues. These guys must get so frustrated, just hanging around. How long will it take you to go through the border? Huh? How long have you been here? days? 10 hours? Oh. Well, this is now the top of the second hill, And so they go on and on and on. Okay, ciao. Well, I've just spoken to that lorry driver, and they've been there 5 hours, and that lorry was about 30 lorries back from the guy that had spent 10 hours. And they both said that the problem is Bulgaria. So Bulgaria, if it's true, is causing this immense tailback. Not good for international trade, I would have thought. As I approach Edirne, there is an almighty storm just up in front, and it has started raining here. So welcome to Turkey. This is a somewhat wet Edirne. Luckily I've been in the bank while it's been chucking it down with rain. Well, I've stopped here. I'm in Turkey, my 8th country, and another milestone has been reached in that 2,500 miles. This is Turkey. I'm about 150 kilometers from Istanbul. After a day of sunshine and showers, it's turned out quite nice now. It's just over 4:30 in the afternoon, and this is the town I'm heading for, Luleburgaz. Quite a densely populated city by the looks of things. Hopefully I can find a room or a hotel here. Well, this is Luleburgaz. Quite a buzzy little town, really. Plenty of people around. We've got a nice square. Oh, we're going up here, right, okay. FS. FS, ah, okay, FS. I originally went into that bar, and this guy brought me from that bar to this bar. Thank you. This is obviously quite an attraction for children here, these little fountains. Now here is a wonderful location for a bar, but everyone sitting here is either not drinking anything or is drinking tea. So I suspect I'm not going to get a beer here. That's my hotel, perfectly positioned next to a tyre depot. I've only been in Luleburgaz for about an hour, and I realise that I've now come into a completely different culture as I've come into Turkey. And the reason I know I've come into a different culture is because this bar behind me, which I thought was a bar, and everyone was sitting outside, I thought, oh, I'll nip in there for a beer. So I walked in that part of the bar, and I was told they didn't serve beer, so I went all the way to the end of that bar, and the waiter then took me all the way back to the end of the bar, down that ramp, down those steps down there, and across to that place over there, where it says Bura beer, and that's where he said I could get a beer. Well, if you can't beat them, join them.